Okay, last video here of a bunch of flyers, at least for a while, I swear. These are kind of some of the few remaining ones we picked up in that giant batch of the ski flyers and then the paint chips and all that. These ones are kind of just like individual, like they don't really go in a group, so I said I kind of put them together. So we had some fun ones here. We got this Jai Alai catalog from Tijuana, Mexico. It's the fastest game in the world. This is the official program. From June 15th, 1947, from the Fronton Palace. And so this one's like the interior is nothing too fancy. It's just you know, the actual brochure and the games they have lined up, and I guess like who's playing and all that, and where they're from. So it's kind of cool to see. You know, if you ever want to go up and see who was in the 8th game of the the Jai Alai match on that day, when you can see that. And it does give you kind of instructions in the game and, kind of like the brief history of it and things like that. It's kind of fun. And I'll show this back in this ad. It's like a Tecate ad. So that's kind of cool. But still, I just thought it was kind of interesting to see, I mean, I lived out in San Diego for years and I did not know they played Jai Alai in Tijuana. And apparently they did, quite up until like the 2000s, I think. So anyway, that was kind of fun. And I also got this old Michigan map, Standard Oil Company. See, Standard Oil of Indiana. And again, it's just a map, but this one's got some cool graphics in it too, like this guy. Standard Service. And then it's just got some of the maps of like Grand Rapids, Flint. Obviously, like Detroit, things like that. And it's, a general just map of Michigan. And then it also has a map of the United States on there. It's kind of fun. So you can see that. But then this is the one that I really like. It's Canada Steamship Lines. And this one is from this 1947 season. And so it's... basically, it's the Detroit to Duluth cruise. So as you can see here in this map, it starts in Windsor or Detroit, goes up all the way through the Great Lakes, all the way over to Duluth. I know, it's kind of an odd cruise. I don't know if they still do it or not, but it's kind of fantastic. So, and I love the imagery on this map. Like, the Upper Peninsula. And then you see like the miners, like the copper mining region, and then all that kind of stuff. And so it's just kind of cool. And you see, I mean, just look at that alone. And then we got, again, some great graphics, and this whole thing is full of great pictures. And it just talks about the cruise you can take and the sights you'll see, the places you'll stop, like a lighthouse here you can see, and then Port Arthur, gateway to the Canadian West. You can see like some of these pictures we got here. It's the CSL freighter, largest in the Great Lakes. Giant grain elevators in Fort William, which is always one of my things I like to see on my sightseeing tours, is grain elevators. And then I thought this was cool too. Like it looks like some kind of horse racing game they're playing there on the ship. Everyone is very happy with that. Music, dancing, like a masquerade ball. Then we got, again, some more cruise ships and things. Like I was playing some shuffleboard there. And it's just, like I said, it's just a cool little catalog. And like you can kind of see like the outfits and kind of the stylized things they have. And yeah, I mean, just it's kind of an interesting, cruise catalog from the 40s. It's kind of fun. And then again, I kind of like this one too, just because of the cars. So it's always fun to see, like, the modern cars of the time getting lined up to go through the rail and steamer connections. So if you want to go through, was it Toronto, Hamilton, all the way to Sault Ste. Marie, Winnipeg, it tells you the whole schedules and stuff. And it's just pretty cool. So, and again, get like another little map here. Kind of has some different things on there, but yeah, just a fun little catalog. Like I said, it's from 1947. So, tourist travel. That phone number. Yeah, so these were just, again, kind of like the few oddballs I had. So we had that standard service, the Jai Alai from Tijuana. And then while I'm at it, I'll show you this one too. This is not from this, but I picked this up a few weeks ago in a estate sale. It's a Traverse City and area map from AAA. And as you can see, this is, again, probably from like the 1930s. But it's just a cool little map of Traverse City in the area. There's really nothing too exciting in it. But it's just, again, it's just kind of cool to see like the, map from the 30s, and, again, you see like the ferry to Beaver Island, which they still have, and then a lot of other railroad lines and ferries that no longer exist. But I thought it was kind of cool, and instead of doing a whole video on it, I was tacking onto this one. But yeah, so just some old maps and flyers here, and that, again, that'll probably finish off this flyer extravaganza I've been going on all day now. So anyway, that's it. Thanks.